There is a point in India where the Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean meet. This is that point. Hi, I am Saransh and welcome to the southernmost tip of India, Kanyakumari. Now, I'm sure you're wondering a lot of things. The places to visit, what you should not miss, good food to eat, good accommodation options, number of days you would need to cover it all, and the list goes on. So I have done the full trip planning homework for you and divided Kanyakumari into 8 sections. I will reveal them as we go along. So let's start with the first section, places to visit. There are a total of 42 places and I will divide them in 3 lists. List 1 has 17 spots or things to do in Kanyakumari city that you can cover on foot. List 2 has 9 places that are near Kanyakumari city and you can take a bus or rent a vehicle. And list 3 has 16 additional spots far away from Kanyakumari city but still very much a part of the Kanyakumari district. I have created a custom Google map and pinned all of these locations. You can find the same in the description. So starting with list 1, 17 places that are within Kanyakumari city that you can cover on foot. For each of these places, make sure to read the quick info box on screen. That will mention details like timings, entry cost, distance from the Kanyakumari bus stand, total time needed to visit the spot, and the overall popularity of the place. First spot is undoubtedly the most popular place, Vivekananda Rock Memorial. Built in 1970, the rock on which the memorial is built is said to be where Vivekananda attained enlightenment. You will need to take a 10-minute ferry to reach the island. You can purchase the tickets online from the shipping operator's website or offline at the counter. Generally speaking, queue is shorter for online bookings. At times, the queue can even take you as much as a couple hours, so be prepared for that. And then there is a separate ticket for the rock memorial itself, available both online and offline. The place has good architecture, is well maintained, and even offers some really good views. Sripada Mandapam and Vivekananda Mandapam are the 2 structures to be explored in the memorial. Right next to the memorial is the Thiruvallavur statue. It is a 133 feet tall stone sculpture of the famous Tamil poet and philosopher Thiruvalluvar. Honestly, the statue is better visible from afar as against right below it, and they even light it all up at night. Next spot is Kanyakumari Glass Bridge. The bridge was built in 2024 and connects Vivekananda Rock Memorial directly to the Thiruvalluvar statue. It is a nice tiny experience. Next up, Triveni Sangam. It is the spot where the Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea, all 3 water bodies meet. But season, weather and a lot of other factors dictate if you will be able to distinguish the water bodies. During my time, I couldn't spot them separately. 5th spot is Bhagwati Amman Temple. With a history of over 3000 years, the temple is one of the 108 Shakti Peeths and is dedicated to Devi Kanyakumari. Given that it is the most popular temple, on special occasions you should expect long queues. Please note that men are required to visit bare top. Next, Mahatma Gandhi Mandapam is a memorial built to remember Mahatma Gandhi and his contributions towards the nation. 7th on the list, Tsunami Memorial Park. It is built to honor the memory of people who lost their lives in the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. However, other than the statue, it is a regular park. Next, at the Kanyakumari Sunrise Viewpoint, you can enjoy nice sunrises with the sun rising from behind the Vivekananda Rock Memorial, and depending on the crowd, you can keep going north along the coast, maybe even until the pier. 9th on the list is the sunset point. Thanks to the unique geography, you do not have to go very far to enjoy a good sunset in Kanyakumari. And you can keep going up the western coast to avoid the crowd. Next is Kanyakumari Lighthouse. During evening, you can catch a really good sunset. The views are nice and you can even see the rock memorial being lit up. Overall, I liked it. Next up on the list is Kanyakumari Government Museum. It is a relatively small museum displaying old coins, sculptures, paintings, and tribal artifacts amongst other things. Next is Aqua World. It is again a relatively small aquarium but still hosts a wide variety of fish. Right next to the Aqua World is the Kanyakumari Shopping Street where you can purchase all kinds of handicrafts and souvenirs. 14th on the list is Sri Mahavir Swami Jain Mandir. It is a relatively small temple and even offers stay and food at nominal charges to people of Jain faith at their dharamshala. Next is Mayapuri Wax Museum where you can also enjoy wax statues of famous celebrities from India and abroad, as well as a 3D pictorial room creating fun optical illusions. Next up along the coast is Our Lady of Ransom Church. It is beautiful from outside and they even light it up for occasions. Inside you will find beautiful arches. And last on the list is the Kanyakumari Beach. You will find 2 pins. One is here and the other one is here. This one just has rocks and an amphitheater where you can watch the sunrise or the lights at night. Pin north up the coast is where you will actually find a beach. beach. It is a bit steep, so please avoid swimming. Moving on to list 2, I'm going to tell you about 9 places that are near Kanyakumari city to which you can either take a bus or rent a vehicle. Starting with Ramayan Mandir. It is a space depicting the story of Valmiki's Ramayana through paintings on the ground floor and the statue of Bharat Mata on the top. The lawn itself is beautiful with Hanuman and Shiv statue outside. Next, Kanyakumari Sri Tirupati Temple. The vibe of the temple is quite peaceful and the location by the coast offers some really nice views as well. This temple sees far lesser crowd than the Bhagwati Amman temple. Next, further up the coast is Vattakottai Fort. Built in 18th century, it is a well-maintained, beautiful seaside fort offering some really good views. I personally liked it very much. Right next to it is the Vattakottai beach, which you will most likely have all to yourselves, but go in only if you know how to swim. The next spot is the Muppandal Wind Farm. It is more of a sightseeing spot with a lot of wind farms with the backdrop of the hill. If you do not want to go that far, you can also check out the pin Windmill Viewpoint, must visit. Next on the list is the Aralvamodi Hill Trek. I have pinned the starting point for this trek. The trek will take you about 1 to 1.5 hours while going up. The trail itself is nice and the views from the top are every bit worth it. There is even a temple at the top. Next is another one of the popular temples in the area, Suchindram Sri Thanumalayan Swami Temple. It is a well-built 17th century temple with intricate carvings and sculptures. It is one of the rare temples dedicated to all 3 gods, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Next is Maruntuvad Malai. Short hike to the top takes about 1 to 1.5 hours and you get panoramic 360-degree views from the top. There is a Hanuman temple as well. You can start your hike from the pin that says Steps. And on the western coast, you can enjoy some water sports in Manakudi. It includes towable, sitting tube, banana tube, jet ski and speedboat amongst other things. The cost of these activities vary from rupees 500 to rupees 1000 per person. And the last spot on the list too is the Chottivalai beach. The beach is quite long and perfect for long walks away from the crowds. However, please note that the beach has limited infrastructure and not the most suitable for swimming. If so far you are feeling that you needed to note all of this down, don't worry, I have made your job easier. I have compiled all the information into this offline PDF travel guidebook. All the places, descriptions, timings, contact details, the maps, property links, each and everything you will need is compiled in this guidebook. And to make it even more helpful, we have even suggested multiple day-wise itineraries. You can buy the guide from our website. Your purchases help us in making more of these videos, and in turn, these guides will help you plan your trip better. So win-win. Now, depending on what all you choose to cover from the above 2 lists, it can take you anywhere between 1 to 3 days. If you have even more days, you can check out the list 3, which has 16 additional spots in the rest of the Kanyakumari district. I will talk more about it later in the video. For the next few sections, I will be brief and provide you with quick lists. So let's start with the food in Kanyakumari. For South Indian breakfast like dosa and idli, good options are Sri Kumari Restaurant Pure Veg and Suchindram Maruti Hotel. A more local joint will be APR Dosa Corner. Then for proper meals, you have many options. The Curry and Sri Aditi Bhavan are good multi-cuisine restaurants. Arafa restaurant is multi-cuisine as well, but their Arabian food is quite good. Then Hotel Chitra Pure Vegetarian Restaurant is a multi-cuisine pure veg option. If you like seafood, then you can try the Seaview Restaurant or famous fresh fish fry if you want a more local option. Zamzam Restaurant is popular for its biryani. You can try Grill and Chill if you're looking for burgers and shakes. Capiesta Restaurant if you want a good seaside vibe, and you can also try Madurai famous Jigar Thanda for their ice creams and shakes. And if you want to stay in the comforts of your hotel, then you can also order in from Swiggy and Zomato. In our guidebook, all these restaurants and cafes are clubbed with the itinerary section itself, so if you want to save your time in finding the best choices, then the guidebook will do it for you. Next, let's sort your accommodation in Kanyakumari. I have recommended options in budget range, comfort and the luxury range along with some Airbnbs. All of these are conveniently located for a good Kanyakumari trip. I will quickly show you pictures from all of these stays as I list them down. But to make your job easier, I have left a link in the description to a blog post in which you can get the complete list with the direct booking links for all the properties. Let's get started with budget places to stay in Kanyakumari. The Sparrow, Hotel Jeb Sakti, Benziger Inn, LK Lodge, Hotel Raja Palace. For a little more comfortable experience, consider Hotel Rajeshwari International, RR Inn Group of Hotels, Green Homestay, The Coral Kanyakumari, Shell Park, Hotel Shri Devi, Fardeen Cottage, Hotel Harshana Elite, Hotel Sangam. Now, there aren't any through and through luxury options in Kanyakumari, but two high-end options include Annai Resorts and Spa, and second, Three Oceans Resort. And finally, here are some cool Airbnbs: White Homestay, JK Inn Homestay, Miktam, a thoughtfully designed retreat. With accommodation sorted in Kanyakumari, what is left is the internal commute and the budget. For commute, you can do 6 things. First is simply walk. For list 1, all places are pretty walkable and there is no need to get any vehicle. After this, I will only be talking about how to cover list 2 and 3. Second option is having your own vehicle, which will make covering places in list 2 and 3 quite convenient. But if getting your own vehicle is not possible, then public transport is also a good option for list 2. Buses will drop you quite close to most of these spots. Like the bus dropped us at this junction and we walked the last 1.1 kilometer till the Vattakotai fort. Another option is hiring an auto if you're short on time, because buses might not be available as frequently to all the spots. Then the fourth way to commute is by hiring a taxi. I will only recommend it for places that are in list 3, that is the rest of the Kanyakumari district. Operator details are on screen, and for reference, you will find a Swift Desire at Rs 2,500 per day if you were to cover the spots from list 3. First 3 operators are from Kanyakumari and the last 2 are based out of Nagarcoil. Fifth option, if you want a car all to yourself, then you can go for self-drive car rentals. Do note that you won't get any options in Kanyakumari, but there are a decent few in Nagarcoil. However, most of them would be willing to drop off the car in Kanyakumari as well. A Swift Desire will cost you about Rs 2,000 per day. And sixth, if you want a more budget option, you can go for a 2-wheeler rental. First 2 operators are from Kanyakumari and the other 2 from Nagarcoil. For reference, an Activa will cost you about Rs 500 per day and a Honda Hornet will cost you about Rs 900 per day. But please note that given the distances, it can be a little uncomfortable while covering the places from list 3 on a scooter. Lastly, please note that taxi aggregator apps like Ola and Uber are not functioning in Kanyakumari. Now, for a budget overview, a convenient Kanyakumari trip will be for 2 days. 1 day for Kanyakumari city and 1 day for a few major spots in the rest of the district. So let's break down the budget for one person without compromising on any comforts, but also not going overboard. So your stay for 1 night in a decent hotel will be about Rs 1,500 per night. Food for 2 days about 1,200 per day. Scooter rental plus fuel about 800 per day. Tickets, parking, miscellaneous expenses about 500 per day. That will bring your total for 2 days to about Rs 5,700. If you choose to stay for extra days to cover the rest of list 2 and 3, the cost per day should roughly stay the same. Now I will answer some of your most frequently asked questions that we get in our comments all the time. Best way to reach Kanyakumari. By air, the closest airport is Trivandrum International Airport, about 90 kilometers away. You will find both cab services and buses to take you from Trivandrum to Kanyakumari. By rail, Kanyakumari has its own railway station and the closest major railway station is in Nagarcoil, about 18 kilometers away. Local buses run frequently between Nagarcoil and Kanyakumari. By road, driving your own vehicle is always a great road trip option. The roads are in good condition. Another option is taking a bus. You will find private and government buses from most major cities to Kanyakumari. And in case if you don't find one, they will most definitely be available till Nagarcoil, and then you can take a local bus to Kanyakumari. Next question, best time to visit Kanyakumari. December to February has pleasant weather and calm blue waters, but it also is the peak tourism season. March to June, the temperature is hottest, with May and June seeing a decent bit of rain. July, August, September is a decent time. It doesn't rain much and the temperature is good. Surprisingly, October to November sees the highest rainfall in Kanyakumari. How many days do I need to experience the best of Kanyakumari? Ideally, 2 days are more than enough. 1 day for Kanyakumari city spots you can walk to and 1 or 2 spots from list 2. Then day 2 for spots from list 3 that are in the rest of the Kanyakumari district. What do you think of visiting Kanyakumari with family or as a solo traveler? Kanyakumari as a city has now been built around tourism and as such does offer the basic conveniences. The biggest chunk of tourists will be families, primarily focusing on religious aspects, which in turn means that restaurants offer enough options to cater to everyone. And all the major spots are in close vicinity. But having said that, please note that there is still a bit of walking involved to all the spots. So please be careful if you're traveling with elders or kids. As for solo traveling, there are not many hostels, but having said that, the stays are not expensive at all. All the spots are ticketed and there is a constant hustle bustle till late. So from that perspective, I did not notice any concern, even from the point of view of a solo female traveler. After this, I'm going to give you the trip log so that you get a glimpse of how my experience was on my Kanyakumari trip. But before that, let me touch upon the places from list 3. Oh, shit. let me tell you about some additional places that are from the list 3, 16 additional spots in the rest of the Kanyakumari district. The list 1 and list 2, you can stay in Kanyakumari and visit all of the places. However, if you're interested in list 3, I will recommend staying in Nagarkoil or even north of Nagarkoil for your convenience. Starting with Arulmigu Sri Nagaraj Temple, the temple because of which Nagarkoil actually got its name. Dedicated to Lord Nagaraj, temple is known for its snake statues along with an exterior point and vibrant archway. Now, quickly going to the coastal side, you have Muttom Beach, which is quite popular. The beach is well maintained and walking pathways, small children's park and a lighthouse makes it nice. Lighthouse has a small educational museum as well. However, like most beaches in the region, the beach is not safe for swimming. And further up the coast, you have Thingapatnam Beach. It is a relatively quiet beach. Palm trees lined up on one edge does add to the beauty. Okay, now coming back inside again, we have Udaygiri Fort. Fort is mostly in ruins and even hosts a grave for Delanoy, who was one of the Dutch soldiers that were defeated by the king Marthada Varma and later inducted in king's army as a trusted general. Fort is not the most well maintained, but still an important part of the history. Very close to the fort is Padmanabhapuram Palace. Built in 16th century, Padmanabhapuram was a crown jewel of the Travancore kingdom. Located in the Western Ghats, the palace provides a beautiful scenery and is well maintained. The rich interiors include rosewood and teakwood carvings, carved columns, huge earthen urns, and a lot of other things. Next, you will have to travel a decent bit to reach the Chitral Jain temple. The temple is perched upon a hill and offers good views of the lush greenery all around. And the most interesting part is that temple is believed to have been carved out of a rock inside a cave dating as far back as 9th century. However, do note that to reach here, you will have to walk for about 15 to 20 minutes from the parking lot. Next up, Sri Adi Kesava Perumal Temple, which is one of the 108 Vaishnav temples, also known as Divya Desam. It is a riverside temple which is more than 2500 years old and is a holy site for Vaishnavism. Next up is Mathur Aqueduct, built in 1966 over the Paraliyar River. At a height of 115 feet and 1 kilometer long, Mathur Aqueduct is considered one of the tallest and longest tow bridges in Asia. For tourists, it serves as a good walkway offering a broad view of the river below and the surrounding valley. Next on the list is Thirupparappu Waterfalls, which is one of the most popular waterfalls in the region. The waterfall is about 50 feet high and is surrounded by lush greenery and rocky terrain. It also has the infrastructure to go with it in the form of changing rooms, well-landscaped garden, and even boating as well. Adjacent to it is the Thirupparappu temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. Next, Kali Kesam Waterfalls, which is quite lesser known in comparison to Thirupparappu Waterfalls. There are multiple pools forming along the shallow flowing river, and there is even a canteen for a meal amidst the nature. Next, Nambi Kovil Falls is a nice waterfall located inside the Kalakkadu Sanctuary. It is more popular for the temple Sri Thirumalai Nambi Temple, but in general the waterfall is worth visiting too. But please note that you will have to walk for about 3 to 4 kilometers inside the forest. Now we are almost at the extreme north of the Kanyakumari district. There are 3 spots starting with Chittar Dam 2. For this, you can just walk or ride along the dam and you will see multiple good viewpoints and restaurants to chill at. Hills and greenery around the reservoir offers some really good spots for photography. Not too far from here is the Pechi Parai Reservoir, built across the Kodiyar River. It is an important source for irrigation and drinking water supply in the region. And just like Chittar, Pechi Parai is based in the Western Ghats, offering a peaceful setting amidst nature. And the northernmost spot in the Kanyakumari district is the Kodiyar Twin Falls. Locally in Tamil, the exact translation will be Kothiyar Irittai Aruvi. The waterfall itself is beautiful and safe for swimming. From all the spots so far in list 3, if you have only one day, then you can cover these 4 spots: Padmanabhapuram Palace, Mathur Aqueduct, Chitral Jain Temple, and Thirupparappu Waterfalls. Now, the next 2 places are not a part of the Kanyakumari district, but people generally cover them with Kanyakumari. You can spend one day each in each of these places. First, Kovalam, where you can visit the Kovalam Beach, Adimala Siva Temple, and Puvar Island. It will be a day well spent. And lastly, Trivandrum, where you could cover Sri Padmanabha Swami Temple, Thiruvananthapuram Zoo, and the Veli Tourist Village in one day. For both Kovalam and Trivandrum, we have created detailed destination guides on our channel. So if you're thinking of visiting those places, you can check out our videos. And with that, we are done with this section. If you're still listening to me yapping, then you are one of our biggest supporters, and thank you so much for that. And I have a couple updates for you. We just crossed 1 lakh subscribers on our YouTube channel. and got this plaque. So thank you so much for that. And our next big milestone at XT is to start building a physical community of responsible travelers where we curate the experience and you join us on these experiences. We have done this in the past before COVID, and now we are going to launch it again. You can find the link for our website in the description, where we will be providing all of the updates regarding our upcoming trips. And I'm looking forward to having some insane amount of fun on these trips with you all. Back to Kanyakumari. So let me give you the trip log for our trip. I will try to be personal and give my opinions in this one. I spent exactly 1 day in Kanyakumari. Reached early morning at Nagarcoil, then a local bus to Kanyakumari, had a dosa and filter coffee, kept our luggage in a locker room, went to see Vivekananda Rock Memorial, Glass Bridge and the Thiruvallur statue. Loved the Rock Memorial and the Glass Bridge, but Thiruvallur statue is better to see from afar. Oh, and the wind, it was too strong. Then Lady of Ransom Church and biryani at Zamzam restaurant. Then the Vattakotai Fort. I loved it. The views are super cool and the place itself is beautiful. Came back and visited Bhagwati Amman temple, but everything is in a line, so it feels a little hurried. Sonami Memorial Park was closed when I went. Checked out the Kanyakumari sunrise point, then Triveni Sangam, but a lot of it will depend on your luck if you will be able to see 3 different colors for the 3 different water bodies. This was my second time in Kanyakumari and I didn't see any colors. However, on my first trip, I did see 2 colors. Then we went towards the Kanyakumari shopping street, saw a huge crowd, and made our way to the Kanyakumari lighthouse. I love the view from the top. You can see the entire town and the ocean. Pro tip, stay till the very end at the top. They do light up the Rock Memorial and the Thiruvallur statue at night. And that's it. After that, we spent 1 day each in Trivandrum and Kovalam. Honestly, you will have to pick and choose the things that interest you and then go and cover those places. You do not need to cover everything. Please leave Kanyakumari as beautiful as you find it. Do not litter or misbehave in any way that harms the locals or the ecosystem. Travel responsibly and keep exploring. If you have any more questions or are looking for travel mates to join you on your trips, then you can check out our Discord channel. We use a Sony ZV-E10 camera, DJI Mavic Mini 2 drone, Insta360 X4 action camera, and our phones to make all of the content. All of this and the other accessories that we use, all of this is linked on our Amazon storefront. You can check that out as well. We have launched a new range of our t-shirts. You can buy them and be a part of a responsible community of travelers. Reminding you again that you do not need to take the notes at all. Our guidebook on Kanyakumari is available on our website with all the lists, maps, phone numbers, timings, everything is there. You do not have to worry about it. And since so many of you have expressed the wish to consult us directly, we have finally set up the backend to be able to offer our expertise live over a video call. 2026 onwards, you can now book through our website a 30-minute video consultation for any of the destinations we've been to, and we will do our best to help you with your trip planning. We have a banger Instagram page. Go follow, stay in touch, say hi in our DMs. Subscribe and like this video. It helps a ton in growing this channel, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.